guys, we're back with more E3 coverage here. This time we're talking about, well, I guess our favorite topic, Microsoft. Hey! And the guys are being quiet because they're like, hold the rage back. Anyway, so...
Microsoft, take my Xbox back.
Microsoft, shut up and give me back my money.
Oh,
A
man.
reverse meme. Oh, man.
Oh,
You
shit.
can see there's a lot of intense feelings about Microsoft here. Alright, so they started with Halo 4. Well,
Because why the hell not?
Because remember when they said the fight was over?
Yeah,
Well, they lied.
I was gonna make a comment on that. Like, okay, game looks really good. Good note to start on. I mean, it has good gameplay, blah, blah, blah. Looks like an all-around solid game. Except for the fact that they said the series was over. So no matter how good the game looks, I'm not gonna forget the fact that, like, hey, it's over. And then they didn't. Way to be a bunch of cash whores. When you say a series is over, you end it.
Yeah.
You don't keep going.
Of course, this
makes
is
you
Microsoft's
look
fault,
bad.
not Bungie. Bungie isn't making this game anymore.
Yeah, this is Microsoft after more money.
It kind of makes me feel like Microsoft's like, okay, so let's end the Halo series. And then they were like, oh shit, that's right, we don't know how to make any other games. Well, crap.
Bungie said, let's end the Halo series. We wanted to start doing something else. Then Microsoft said, fuck you, I want more money.
Yeah, so, like, game-wise, it's cool. It's a great game. But, like, this is just this whole underlying thing where it's just like, I mean, yeah, if I had an Xbox, I'd get Halo, but, like, can't you do anything else, Microsoft?
Oh, crap.
Some highlights I wanted to point out from the game just from watching the trailer. You can look at these as well. Looks like they're going to have a different breed of aliens or different breed of creature for you to fight some guy. I don't know if they're actually.
It's the Reapers.
Okay, it's the Reapers from Mass Effect 3. They've come to Halo universe now. But they have put some weapons in there to kind of.
They weren't kidding about that new ending.
Yeah, basically it looks like they're gonna sub out some weapons and give you new weapons that are based on this new race, quote unquote. That seems to be built upon the Sentinels from Halo 3 and Guilty Spark from Halo 1 and 3. So
the Forerunners, that's what they're called.
Forerunner, yes.
I mean, it looks cool on paper.
Yeah. It's probably gonna still be a good game though.
It'll definitely be a good game.
It's gonna be solid.
They got to do some really awesome writing though to make that good, and to make up for a few things. I mean, like I said, they're bringing it back. Why? It's done.
I don't know.
And
let's just look at, let's look at gaming, movie, book, whatever you want to call it, history, where the author would put an ending to their thing, and it would be nice and happy, and everyone loved it. And if they never touched it again, it would have stayed amazing. But then they just couldn't let it go because they needed more. They wanted to milk it out, dry it up. And what ended up happening? No matter how well they tried to write the plot, they still ended up making it shittier and shittier and shittier. And really, why haven't people learned from their mistakes right now? Star Wars, the end.
I guess lots of people were like, "Stop TF," and that's pretty much it. Like, they say.
And this was a highlight of the show.
That was pretty much the best part of the show. It's all downhill from here.
There was a part I appreciated more than that.
Well, actually,
I think I do.
There's one highlight, but otherwise, yes, it's all downhill.
And we're already bashing it.
All right, Van. Next.
All right. Now, after that, they showed Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist, which suddenly is not all about stealth anymore, but instead just
stealthy.
Get out of there somehow, I guess.
Yeah, I think
today's day and age.
Yeah, go ahead.
In today's day and age, if you don't have killing in a video game, people aren't going to give a shit.
Yeah, I know. So, that's what I said. I'm like,
stealth is just not going to cut it anymore.
It's like
especially on Xbox. Well, unless it is a third party. I mean, the thing is, okay, so they just show off a lot of good games for the Xbox. They were all third party games, so Like, okay,
platform third party.
I could if I wanted to get this game, I'll just go get it on my PS3 or on my PC. So what incentive? Like Microsoft, this is your conference. You're supposed to give me an incentive to buy your system, not to go play it on someone else's system because the game looks good. I like the game. I'll just go play it elsewhere. No, you have to give me something to want me to buy your system, and it's pretty evident that you didn't have shit that you wanted us to buy on your system.
Maybe they're already
came unprepared.
satisfied.
All right. So, anyways, Tom Clancy or Splinter Cell.
Yes.
I'm just saying it now because this is going to apply to for like the next 10 games. Much.
Yes.
Right.
Well, next few games and the next announcements.
Yes. Two things I wanted to note from this. It looks like they've there is still a bit of a sneaking aspect in it, but now it looks like they sped up combat and everything. Mm-hmm. Like there's a system where you can choose targets to execute, and you basically will do that. You'll grab a guy and use them as a hostage situation, and then use those executions as just a quick takedown for any threatening enemies, and then be done with an area and move on. So they sped up combat more or less.
Where have I seen that before? Fallout 3.
Yeah, it is pretty much that.
Yeah. The other thing I noticed is, and
I'm so cynical.
We're gonna bash on this topic in good and bad ways, mainly bad, but they actually managed to implement the Kinect in a way to help with your sneaking and execution styles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember this.
Well, you were
basically.
Oh right, you can yell. You can basically make noise because you couldn't do that before by pushing.
Oh right. Yeah, they did try to showcase off the Kinect a lot.
But honestly, that was
because really that's the only thing they can try to do to make them differentiate themselves from PS3.
They buy the Kinect.
Why is no one buying these things? Yeah, so more or less, in this trailer they show basically they got Sam hanging off the edge of a roof, and he said, and you can say into Kinect, "Hey you," the guy will hear the noise, come over, and
what was that noise?
Yeah, basically, what was that noise? Flip them off into over on the ground.
Although you can do that in the previous games too.
I only played the first one, so. Anyway.
I mean, it's a neat concept. I'll give them that much.
Yeah. All right.
But is it gonna sell? Is it gonna be the selling point?
Not for Xbox, no.
It's not gonna be like, oh man, gotta be able to say "Hey you" all the time.
Hey, listen.
I was waiting for that actually.
Hey, listen.
All right.
Hey you.
All right, I think we're good now. All right, so next games.
Oh, here we go.
It
begins.
Isn't this Madden?
Yeah.
Yeah, way to spoil it. Thank you, Lucky. Next game, Madden and FIFA with Kinect.
We were all anticipating the bad, but okay.
And he said,
I forgot about Madden.
He said there were multiple language support, even dialect. There's even a bad word censoring apparently because he said fuck and then it bleeped out somehow in the game. And they had a guest, Joe Montana. So. Yeah. Any thoughts about those sports games, guys?
I don't give a shit.
Problem number 2 with Microsoft, trying to cover their asses with celebrities. We'll get into that later.
Oh, yes, we will get
into that. Yeah. There'll be a big thing on that later on. Yeah. Well, before these guys let loose, I want to say a few positive things too. Madden, what they did is they sharpened the collision system. Basically, each hit feels unique and it will turn about in a different way. So they improved upon that. FIFA, they improved the dribbling or passing mechanics, so you can basically fake out your opponents a lot better with just one person. That was basically all I want to say.
This is from the EA conference though, isn't it? Not the Xbox one.
Yeah, I'll probably repeat myself then, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, sports games, not the biggest fan of them, so I mean, I'll appreciate that they're pretty cool though. So, and yes, bad sneaker, but that's pretty much the case for Xbox. They sell all the games I don't give any shits about.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, I have a football game, I have a FIFA game, so I mean, yeah, it's cool improvement. And they did have the whole Kinect voice thing as well.
Yeah, that actually looked like
where you can call up the plays. That actually seemed legit. I mean, how scripted it was, you can never tell. But because who knows? But assuming it's legit, I mean that's a cool idea, but like I could do the same thing if with the press of a button. So okay, cool. I mean,
Anyway,
yeah, you have all the bells and whistles, cool. Like, but at the same time, like, how many people are actually going to utilize said bells and whistles? They'll probably do it once, and then they'll go back to pressing square to do audible.
Yeah.
Well, if this was on PS3, that's why you do it. But whatever.
Oh. All right. Well, I think that's that. What was after that, then?
All right. So after that,
Oh.
We're trying to.
Go on.
after that, we had Fable: The Journey, which comes out in during the holiday season this year. So.
Oh no, I'm so anticipating the bad. Why do we
See?
still have games?
Damn it! They didn't have this many
Damn
games. You're making this up, man.
No,
I'm
she's
not.
not.
Okay, cool. Another Kinect-based game. Whatever. And when did Fable become an on-rail shooter?
Yeah, that's just not right.
Fable, a game that sells itself on its immersive world, is now an on-rail shooter. Oh, how you have fallen.
It actually looked pretty.
Why?
It actually looked pretty nice. Especially because
It's not Fable.
especially because of the Kinect, because he was doing like lots of. I don't know. It looked kind of like Kamehameha, and I'm like, lol.
It was spazzing.
Yeah. Or
They gave a 12. They gave a 8-year-old epilepsy pixie sticks and said, "Go nuts."
That was motion capture.
But yes,
Anyway.
one thing I want to say in regards to that, Peter Molyneux, why did you let them do this to your Magnificent series?
Because the monies.
Yeah, the monies. Anyways,
Always the monies.
I think it's after this one that we have. We
No.
start
probably
ascending.
Let's
No,
see.
not for a bit.
There was
It'll never end.
after that there was Gears of War Judgment, which comes out 2013 somewhen. So.
Okay, they showed like a very brief trailer. Of
That
that.
they didn't really show anything. They just announced
Yeah, I
it.
know. I'm just mentioning everything they showed here, like always.
So yeah,
Any
Gears of
any
War.
thoughts to that?
No.
All aboard the coal train, baby.
Well,
I had to pull an Ego Raptor. Sorry.
see, look at this guys. Look at how the guys are excited about Gears of War. No, anyway.
Generic first-person shooter number 10.
It's a third-person shooter, but that's beside the point.
Generic shooter doesn't whatever guns. Yay! Since when did video games become all about guns?
Well, let me put it this way. I played the first Gears of War for an hour, and I got tired of how repetitive it was. I thought the cover system was going to be awesome. It got boring.
It was generic.
Anyway, it was small, so let's keep our comments on small. Next topic.
Yes. Oh, finally. All right. So this is the game I was looking forward to all freaking day. Well, not all freaking day, but yeah, during the whole conference, anyways.
That's what I think it is.
Vandy's Italian, by the way.
Yes, comes out October 23rd, and it's. Let me please spell it right for all you freaking guys. All right, it's Forza Horizon.
Forza. Okay.
Oh,
Forza.
no,
never mind. It's Forza. It's just a racing game.
Generic racing game number 5.
I like that. I already gushed my face off last year about how awesome it looks and stuff. I could do the same this year, but I'm like, well, why bother? I could just copy paste.
Yeah. One thing I wanted.
But that right there. Okay, go ahead. You can go first.
I was just gonna say, more or less, they took the Forza franchise and they gave it more of a Need for Speed feel. That's pretty much what they've done.
Yeah. And yeah.
I'm going to agree and disagree at the same time. The game looks awesome. Awesome. If I want to see a bunch of pretty cars, I'd watch NASCAR. Hint: I don't watch NASCAR. Like, okay, yeah, it looks awesome, but like, what's there to really distinguish it from every other racing game ever? Gran Turismo, Need for Speed.
Well, I mean, if you ask that way, then there's nothing much. But
exactly. Let's move.
So it's like, okay, it's another pretty game.
But this is what Microsoft does. It's like generic racer, generic sports game, generic
exactly, and that's what it does.
Shooter.
So I don't have an Xbox because all they have is generic shit.
I'm gonna, I'll just go back and I'll play my old GameCube copy of Burnout, and I'll get the same satisfaction as these newer ones that are coming out.
What happened to all the creative shit. Like, what was that game? Like Blinks, or just all they had like creative games back in the day. Like, what's it called? What's that one party game? Fusion Frenzy.
Fusion Frenzy.
I missed
They
that
had
game.
some pretty cool stuff, and then now it's just entirely generic bullshit. And I'm like, dude. You could have ended Halo and taken those resources and made a freaking original RPG or original platform, but no, you had to go back to your freaking shooter games. My goodness, Microsoft. Anyways.
It prints money.
No, it doesn't. Not at this rate.
Anyway,
All right,
any more input about Forza or anything that's totally not related to
It wasn't anything to input on. It was a movie of a car driving. They didn't even show any gameplay.
Yeah.
Like, if they showed
Alright,
gameplay,
next.
maybe there would be something there to impress me. But like that's like Microsoft had mostly just movie trailers of stuff too. There wasn't like almost any actual in-game footage of half these games. Like, it was bad enough that they just had like a bunch of generic shit, but they had video footage of generic shit, not gameplay footage, and that's even more. That's even less excusable.
All right, let's move on.
Please.
Anyway.
Rage. It is coming.
Oh, it's coming. Don't worry.
So, now after that, they talked about Xbox Entertainment.
Fuck!
Okay. I can briefly summarize this really simply. They took about 40 minutes, was it?
Yeah.
Out of their hour and a half conference to talk about something that Sony and Nintendo A have pretty much the same equivalent of, and B took maybe at most 5 minutes to talk about. If that's not just blatant, oh, look at me, I'm filling up space because I don't have anything else to talk about. It's obvious that they did not come prepared.
No.
Sure, yes.
And besides,
But go ahead,
they
Ben,
announced all this crap last year and the year before that too.
It was half of their fucking conference, man, so give the details.
Alright. So what they were talking about was, and they did mention that this is all available in Spanish, and he did a demo of it, which is funny. So they were giving a Bing demonstration. They announced,
because who uses Bing?
they announced that they have partnered up with Nickelodeon, Paramount, etc., and that there's gonna be sports on Xbox from the ESPN network and stuff like that. So lots of talk you could have technically done in like 10 minutes maybe, which took a long time because they really showed it in all detail. Like, yeah.
We're out of shit to show you, so
Yeah,
please take this.
Nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, like I think there was two things I want to comment on that. They brought up watching hockey on this setup. Practically dead silence in the audience.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I can watch TV on my Xbox on my TV. Wait.
Yeah, that's the other thing I'd say. I can do a majority. We can do a majority of what they're trying to advertise by turning off the Xbox.
Yeah.
Which is what a majority of people actually will do.
Sorry, so that's what I wanted to put in on those topics there.
Which is what a majority of people will do when it red rings. Ooh.
Didn't you notice the screen that like one of the ones they had on display on stage was like red ring?
Yeah. I don't know if it was just how the lighting was going on or if it was shining off weird, but it looked like one of the Xboxes had red ringed and it was just sitting up on there and saying on and red ring.
Dude, it's not a Microsoft conference if one of their Xboxes doesn't red ring.
Alright.
Okay, here comes the next one.
Okay, either that though, or gee, I could get all this stuff that Xbox is offering by getting iTunes for
Netflix.
Free.
And it's just as much for Netflix as Xbox Live.
So, like, I understand what you're trying to do, Microsoft, but like, realize that you're a gaming system, and before you put all the bells and whistles on, you might want to have an actual gaming base.
Oh no! Wait, don't forget,
have a foundation.
But connect.
Yeah, we're talking a gaming base that doesn't involve you waggling your arms like you're some sort of retard. Thank you.
I wore my helmet today.
Microsoft just doesn't seem to realize that they're a gaming system and they need to make games because that's what they failed to do, and that's why their conference failed.
I could say a lot to this now, but
say it. We're
say
here to debate. We're like a debate show.
We might or might not scream at you for this.
I won't scream.
I don't know. As I said to the guys before, it's like, I see what they're trying to do, but still going away from games a little bit because the future of our home is basically going to be, lots of electrical stuff. Lots of, at some point we're going to have probably like completely electronic houses where everything is basically just all about external electronic entertainment, and basically that's also how he explained it. He basically wants you to get up, start your day with the next title I'm gonna tell you guys about, and end your day with watching a movie on Xbox. So it's like, I see what they're trying to do there. So I see that they're trying to expand to music, movies, all that stuff. And I can thank them for that, I guess, or give them props for that, or whatever the hell. But the guys argued basically that most people are gonna come there for games, actually games, and not mostly entertainment, even though it's called Entertainment Expo.
Okay, about
it's a game. It's a gaming.
It's a gaming expo. Nobody gives a fuck about anything except video games in this conference. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Did they not realize that their audience is gamers and not families? Because that's what their audience was right there. People don't tune in to G4 and watch E3 live unless they're gamers, because that's what gamers do. That's not what families do. They don't go, "Hey guys, we're gonna go watch E3."
No.
That's what gamers do, and they're trying to advertise to non-gamers. And it's like, okay, cool. I appreciate that they're trying to differentiate themselves by doing this. Congrats, you've differentiated yourself from Sony and Nintendo by this. Congrats. You can have no. Let me finish.
Okay.
You can have congrats. Now, as your reward, you can have all people looking for an alternative to iTunes. Meanwhile, all the gamers will be at Sony and Nintendo. Good day.
Pretty much.
Because you forgot. Oh wait, you forgot the gamers. Nintendo made that mistake a few years ago. Remember?
Yeah.
They learned.
Yeah.
Why haven't you, Microsoft? Why haven't you learned yet?
It's been 2 years, Microsoft. Stop it with Kinect. No one gives a shit anymore. No one gave a shit when you brought in Cirque du Soleil to announce it. No one gave a shit last year when you did nothing but Kinect, and no one still gives a shit.
All right. Well, let's quell the rage for now. We'll probably have some more of it later on.
We will. There's something coming.
Yeah.
Also, everything that Xbox can do, PS3 can do.
Better.
Yeah. And if I was gonna do the whole entertainment thing, I'm gonna get a PS3 because that has Blu-ray and is a lot higher signal quality.
Everything you can do, I can do better. Let's move on to the next topic now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Think of the one you guys are gonna enjoy the most.
Let's see. There's the next one they showed was actually they had somebody from Nike come in to announce that they have a Nike Plus Kinect training, which looked pretty interesting.
Bullshit.
Well, this looked pretty interesting because they were, from what it seems, they were gonna give you lots of stats and input, like, because unlike on Wii Fit, the software doesn't give you feedback on how good your posture is and all that stuff, like how good you're holding your back and whatnot, which Kinect obviously can do, because it
probably won't.
Kinect has perfect accuracy.
Well,
I'm
have you seen people try to play with the Kinect?
Again, I'm not saying that it replaces a personal trainer, but it might be, an alternative in the sense of it gives more feedback than the Wii Fit, at least.
Or you can just go to the gym.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, you're better than the Wii Fit. Cool. But it's better the gym. So.
Yeah, of course. But for people like me, back then I used Wii Fit a lot to, lose weight and stuff like that because I didn't want to go out. Couldn't.
Yeah, I suppose I can see the hesitant point to that.
It's, my point is, if you wanted cheap, a personal trainer is not cheap, neither is the gym, at least not over here. So, I feel like it's a nice alternative, even though I didn't see a lot of it. They showed a little bit of something, so it seemed really intense, though. Like the stuff they were doing on there. So
they were doing squats and stretches.
well, still, it's more intense than the Wii Fit.
I guess it depends on whether you want a more serious workout or one where you're distracted by bells and whistles, which is kind of what Wii Fit is.
Well, Wii Fit was fine for, what I was trying to do, but I feel like this is a bit more professional, in quotation marks,
It is. It's more professional, I agree.
Although, honestly, if you really want professional, people who actually want that kind of workout are probably motivated enough to go out and get that kind of workout.
Well, yeah, again, this is just speaking from small people.
Actually, who are they targeting with this?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually, because gamers and super professional athletes, I don't know.
Because the people who want to get in real shape will be motivated to actually go out and work out, and gamers aren't going to buy this.
The casual gamers already have who care about their health already have a Wii Fit. But no, I agree with Van's points. It is more professional and it has potential. But
yeah, but
it's kind of too late, in a sense. If they had this a couple years back, it would have been pretty good. But it's a little too late.
It's too late to apologize.
But because Xbox doesn't have any other pluses, we can give it that.
Yeah, all right. What's next?
All right. Then they were talking about Xbox Smart Glass.
Still going.
AKA, we were trying to rip off Wii U.
Apple.
Basically, what they were trying to say is that you could turn any device you have into a controller, tablet gaming, where you can play Halo, etc. Which was, for me personally, kind of an interesting idea. Like, you could literally turn anything you have into a controller, which is, it's nice, it's big, but
yeah,
but I don't know.
Again, approaching the demographic of a gamer, I mean, it's kind of an odd example, but I mean, I have an iPod Touch. I play some games on that have virtual buttons. It doesn't feel quite right. When I want to push buttons, I want to actually feel them press down and up again, so I know I've done it right.
Yeah.
Instead of imaginary button. I don't think I pushed the right one. I don't know if I did or not now.
It kind of feels like Nintendo has the Wii U and the 3DS. Sony has the PS Vita. They have these very strong handheld stuff that link up to their consoles. And now Xbox is trying to get on that boat once again.
By stealing Apple.
Late. Once again, way too freaking late, though. And people I just don't anticipate it working. Like, it's a cool idea on paper, but like, this is a cool idea they should have had, 4 years ago instead of wasting their time with Kinect and generic first-person shooter bullshit. They should have been doing these innovations years ago when there actually was, space in the market for it. Now there isn't. They're shit out of luck. It is a cool concept. I'm just not sure how practical it's going to be at this point.
Oh, also, this is in addition to this whole export smart glass thing, which is what where you guys like rolled your eyes. It's like, hey, also we're going to install Internet Explorer to Xbox.
Oh, for God's sakes!
First thing, now Internet Explorer.
I want to ask, and for you guys, I know this doesn't count to anybody in this chat because I know they don't, but raise of hands from those listening to our debate conference, whatever you want to call this. Who actually uses Internet Explorer?
Sometimes.
And if your hands are up, leave.
Okay,
You're not
bye.
allowed here. Okay.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. All right, now we can rant.
I do use Internet Explorer, but I do have Firefox on my main stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just use different browsers so I can have different things on different things, especially for YouTube, so I can have different accounts always logged in.
Personally, the only reason I use Internet Explorer is because, I'm a web designer. I need to freaking see how it looks on different browsers. Also, second...
It works with IE.
Second, it's like, I have 2 accounts on certain sites, and I'm always logged in because it's just comfort. So I use Firefox for my main stuff and, like, Internet Explorer for things where I don't log in a lot, like let's say TMG or something. So, it's handy, but it could technically also be any other browser. It's just that I don't want to install anything extra, and it was there, so I'm like, hey, let's use it. The end. That's really all
But
it
yes,
is.
that's really all there is for it. It's Internet Explorer on your Xbox. If you're listening to this, you have access to Internet Explorer already. Why? Anyway, next topic?
Right, the next topic is something that you actually are gonna like again. It was Tomb Raider.
Okay, Tomb Raider was pretty cool.
Yeah, too bad it's not a Microsoft thing.
I mean, once again, third party, I already ranted about that, but the game itself, we might as well talk about the game itself.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked really freaking awesome. Also, they might as well just rename it to Torture Porn Raider.
Top comment for that game trailer, by the way.
Yes, pretty much. And several other comments elsewhere.
Yeah.
But it's true, because boy, does she get the shit beaten out of her.
I know they want to make her look vulnerable, but this isn't the way to do it.
Well, no, it definitely is. Like, it works. I actually thought it was, I mean, it stretches the suspension of belief a little bit, but it's still pretty cool. So I thought it was fun. And I mean, it has a lot of very varied segments. The bow and arrow is pretty badass. Like, in general, it was a pretty damn impressive game. Like, congratulations, Tomb Raider, you've actually become legit again.
Yay! Now, as long as she doesn't start controlling like a tank again, we should be okay.
As long as they don't focus, as long as they continue to focus on gameplay, not boob physics, they'll be all good.
Yeah, as long as they don't amp up the torture porn.
What's Soul Calibur 5? What?
All right.
I'm okay with torture porn. I mean, what?
Okay. Let's move on. This is getting creepy.
Yes, it is.
Just kidding.
Anyway, enough about Tomb Raider then, I guess.
Come on, what guy doesn't love seeing Lara Croft getting this shit beaten out of her?
Okay, let's move on. This is getting creepy.
Van disagreed with you.
Special.
Dude, that game is like eye porn. I mean, what? Anyway.
Alright, next game.
Well, the next game was Ascend New Gods, which comes out in 2013.
They said nothing about that.
And it was just basically a trailer, and we were kind of wondering if the trailer was not finished yet because it looked kind of smudgy.
The game looks like shit.
That game. Oh my god, that was one of the most, like, it looks like it was designed for, like, 6 or 7 years ago. If that's actually how the game looks, just wow. No, that's not up to today's standards of quality, even if you're on the freaking Wii, man.
It looks like something on PS2.
Yeah, it looks like it would have been on PS2, and like we're talking like early PS2 days, not like late PS2 days. Just moving on.
So that's all you want to say?
They didn't show anything.
If this is the best but like once again, this is the best Microsoft has to offer. Just no.
Oh, moving on.
Let's keep it short and try and keep it sweet if we can.
Yeah, this is starting to get long. Let's go on.
This is actually
anyway, so we're almost done. Loco Cycle.
They didn't show anything.
Again,
hey,
just the trailer. I always find like I've seen it at first, so they actually had all those lights and shit, and I'm like, this looks like Tron, except it's probably not. So
yeah,
kind of creepy actually.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to note about that is it's made by the same people who made Explosion Man and Explosion Man for the Xbox Live Arcade. I don't know if it's on PSN.
I think it is.
But yes, the same company that made Explosion Man is making this game. So we're hoping for good things.
We'd have no idea if it's going to be good because we have no idea what the hell it is.
Yeah, again, it's just trailers.
They made sexual comments about it. The end.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm hoping it's going to be good because Twisted Pixel normally does good stuff.
All right. So next game they showed was that comes out in 2013 too. It was Meta. I don't even freaking remember anything about that anymore. To be honest.
I don't remember either.
There was like a ball thing that looked like Wheatley, and he was just sort of flying around.
Basically, it's Wheatley ball flying around doing shit.
Oh yeah, that was the one. I'm like, what?
Xbox, you have like the most generic, unrememberable trailers. Congratulations.
They didn't show any gameplay because this is
Microsoft.
Yeah.
I don't know. The problem for me was more like that. Somehow it looked like Lococycle and Matter were mashed together.
I thought they were the same game.
Yeah, I thought
kinda.
it belonged together. I was like, wait, is that? Oh, that's a different game right now. Oh shit.
Also, it's a Connect game.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on.
All right, the next one is kind of cool actually. Resident Evil 6.
Multi-platform.
Multi-platform once again.
Yeah, so
we
it has
have
that flop.
zombies
But
yet?
the game itself, I feel like the series kind of peaked at 4, and I don't know if it's ever going to reach that height ever again. Because it feels like they're trying too hard to.
It seems like they're trying too hard to keep making 4.
And they aren't making 4. I mean, it was cool and all, but it's like, okay, cool. Like, what's different?
Can we have zombies again? I miss zombies.
Weren't they zombies? I thought they were.
They're Ouroboros parasite things.
All I need is Ouroboros. I know bad Wesker impersonation is bad.
Also, Wesker's dead. Who's the villain now?
They can shoot while moving.
Some lady.
They can shoot while moving now.
Yes.
And the fact that that's an improvement is just kind of sad.
Yeah, shoot while moving.
I'm not sure if that's even an improvement. It's not Resident Evil anymore. If you don't control like a tank.
True.
Anyway, so that's all we had for that because Resident Evil was already shown
how to shut up.
Oh, also now they showed a game or after that they showed a game that was actually kind of interesting. Racketeer, which comes out in summer.
Okay, this to me was like the highlight of the entire show because that was
nice.
That woman who was hosting it. She should have hosted the entire freaking conference because she was fucking happy as all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
She was like on
granted, the game sort of gave me like you're trying to be Angry Birds sort of vibe, but like it was still pretty legit, and I thought it was kind of cool.
Actually looked fun.
Unfortunately,
it's also Connect.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Fortunately, I kind of have to tip my hat on that because it's a Connect game that looks like it will work.
Yeah, it actually looked like it was like an actually legit Connect game. Like, the holy shit, it took people years.
Might or might not work.
It looked like it worked though.
It doesn't look like it actually worked.
It does kind of look like it's easy as balls though, but whatever.
Still.
Hey, we're gonna give you things that destroy entire castles in one hit. Have fun.
Have fun. All right.
Hey, where's the challenge here again?
All right. What's next?
This is the one that you like to South Park: The Stick of Truth.
Yeah.
They're making a South Park
with
RPG.
the producers as special guests.
That's
kind of
once again celebrities, but South Park producers really had no fucking idea what they were doing there. That's perfectly okay.
That's perfectly fine because no one had any fucking idea what the hell they were doing.
They're like, why are we here? Here, have a South Park RPG. You will probably like this if you ever watch South Park.
Yeah.
It looked pretty fun. I'm not a big South Park fan, but whatever. And they also said they also made some sort of joke about a refrigerator, but I'm too lazy to remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically
made fun of Glass, yeah. Which I approve of, because Glass is...
They probably made that joke up on the spot, just look at the audience's reactions.
What is it? The one
we
thing
didn't do that, we just made this game.
One thing I wanted to say about it is it was actually a joke that they made at themselves while they do this, because whenever they make the show, they always smash cut everywhere. For this game, they actually had to map out the town of South Park.
Didn't they have to do that for the N64 one, though?
No.
No.
That was a bunch of stages, so...
Yeah.
Not one big world.
Played that for like 2 seconds. Well, that's interesting. I mean, I'm not going to get it because I'm not a South Park fan, but it's still interesting. It's far more interesting than the other shit that they had.
Yeah, it could actually be a good game.
Looked interesting. Well, the perk of it was basically that you're going to be... that there's going to be this 5th kid, which is basically the player.
Which is the player which you make on your own.
Hey, this new neighbor just moved in, and obviously that's you, because you're apparently, from what I've seen, you can customize your South Park guy or girl. And, yeah.
Shepherd.
Seemed pretty cool.
Shepherd?
Yeah. I kind of like it. It's kind of got the same feel as, like, the tactician you got to take control of in the Fire Emblem game.
Oh, yeah.
GBA. So, I kind of like that, but... Are we moving on to the last one now, or is there one?
There's two more.
Two more.
That's
this one.
The one
so move on to
that everybody was kind of upset about because there was a freaking, instead of actual game footage or anything, there was
Usher.
there was an Usher live song concert, whatever. Dance Control 3.
Dance Central.
Sorry,
So let me get
Central.
this straight. They had such little content that not only did they have to have a bunch of third-party games and third-party game trailers without even any footage, not to mention that whatever the heck that one game was that looked like a friggin' PS2 game. Not only did they have to have 40 minutes of something that should have taken them 5 minutes, they had a freaking concert to cover their ass. How unprepared and low can you get, Microsoft?
And also,
like,
here's
this
the
is
thing.
scraping the bottom. People don't go to game conferences to watch fucking Usher. They go to hear about games.
And here's the thing, too. Usher couldn't have been cheap. How much did you spend on getting him here?
Spent this on making not Halo.
You could have spent that money actually showing Dance Central.
By the way,
all I care about, call it not Halo. Just make something that's not Halo.
Make something.
Quick input here for the guys, by the way, or for the people watching, rather. The reason they had Usher is because one of his songs, or his new single, actually was on the game. So, Timon was constantly waiting.
$1 million to hire him.
Did they have any gameplay footage at all, even?
Yes.
At the very end.
What Timon basically was constantly expecting or requesting is that he dances to his own dance moves with,
Yeah, if he played the game, it could have worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have, that's what Ubisoft did, and it worked decently. Yeah. I mean, I would have rather they had not bothered that shit anyway, but at least I recognize that it
had something to do with the game.
But this was just blatantly like, hey, screw you guys, I'm Usher. I'm just gonna... Microsoft, if I had an Xbox, I wouldn't anymore.
Yeah. Trust me, I'm very much weighing out my options with it right now.
This whole conference is just so disappointing.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to say about this one? Because we may as well end on a low note.
No, there's one game.
There's one more game.
Hey, guys. So we've shown you all this so far, but don't worry. We've saved the best for last. A game that I know all of you are going to love. Another Call of Duty. Just... Fuck! Why?
Call of Duty.
Just thank you and good night.
Why? Why would you ever end on Call of Duty? Have you not noticed that everyone precisely doesn't give a fuck about Call of Duty anymore? And you should just... Why did you not make like a brief little trailer from that way back in the beginning? When people were still having faith in you? Why save it for the end where you know that literally it's just going to be a kick in any reasonable gamer's pants by doing that? Like, you just kicked everyone in the nuts, Microsoft. Congratulations. You gave us a middle finger, you shoved Usher down our throats, then you kicked us in the nuts.
And then you had
That's not how you sell an Xbox. That's not how you sell an Xbox.
All right. I think that's pretty much it. I don't have anything tomorrow or Dan.
Call of Duty game. What else is there to comment about on that? It's a Call of Duty game. It's the same as every other Call of Duty game. How are we going to change the Call of Duty franchise? I know, we'll kill enemies with more guns.
Pretty much.
Well, any more input about Microsoft conference?
It was quite possibly the single worst conference I have ever seen from watching E3. Microsoft, you should be extremely ashamed of yourself, and I really hope you get your shit together before the Big 3 becomes the Big 2.
Yeah.
Which is already dangerously becoming, in my opinion.
I have some input. Despite everything, I'm probably the one single person who didn't hate the conference, because personally I'm like, hey, I dig music, I dig TV stuff, I dig games, so it's okay. I mean, it wasn't as good as the others, but then again, I don't really usually compare. I just take it. Also, the only thing that was kind of sad, if I would compare it to themselves, which is legit, last year was a little bit better, as in they had more content. I was more excited last year, so hopefully next year they will have more.
Hopefully next year they'll have games.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, I appreciate all the bells and whistles you had, Microsoft. I mean, all your bells and whistles were nice and shiny and cool, but you didn't show any games. Therefore, you fail automatically. That's the one requirement at a gaming conference is for you to have games.
Not for me. Again, all I can say to that is I see what they're trying to do there, and I appreciate it for that. But yeah, last year was they had more games and contents in general. So maybe next year. Who knows?
Yeah, everything they showed off, something else can do better.
Now, and the last thing I want to say about this is kind of tag on Lucky's thing is Microsoft. You need to get your shit together, otherwise you're going to go the way of Sega.
Yeah.
At this rate, it kind of feels like they are going the way of Sega. Like,
only problem was Sega was actually good.
Like, I feel like Microsoft realized, oh shit, all the serious gamers are gone. Let's just go ahead and cater to our 13-year-old Call of Duty fanboys, because that's really all they have left at this point. Everyone kind of, I mean, that's the gamer cliche these days.
Yeah.
Of who an Xbox player is, and it's becoming more and more true because Microsoft's not trying to change that; they're giving into that instead. And eventually, that's going to be the end of them.
They'll become a game developer instead of a game system.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, if Xbox releases the 720 or whatever the next system is, I mean, who's really going to buy it?
13-year-old boys.
Yeah, but how many 13-year-old boys are A, going to really convince their parents to get one when they have a 360, and B, honestly give a shit enough about gaming to do so? Or
exactly.
These days it's easy.
Or C, realize that they could just get PS4 instead and still be just as good of a game.
PS4? What?
You know they're gonna make one soon.
Yeah. Yep. And I know I said this
we're talking about next. We're talking about the next gen consoles.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And I know I said
once it comes to next gen, I feel like Microsoft's really gonna regret their marketing decisions.
And I know I said this at the end of Sony, but I'm gonna say it again. I'm seriously considering selling my Xbox and getting a PS3.
Do it,
dude. I don't know. I haven't I kept my PS3 home all throughout college, and I still don't regret getting it. So.
All right. So let's end off on a somber note.
Yeah.
Fuck Microsoft.
Fuck.
So Tamal summed it up right there, I guess, for everyone except me, I guess. So,
happy sunshine.
I'm different.
There. Let's end this.
All right.
Microsoft, you get a double F for fucking fail.
Yeah, that's it for Microsoft.
We should be rating these conferences. So we didn't do one for Sony, so.
And.
Anyway, that's it for Microsoft. The long rant is over. More positive stuff with the next part, so see you then.